change the football game from taking away their chance to win. I'm sure you can see that we respected this opponent a great deal. We respected their pass rush, all the power of that defense up front and all. I thought Shadi and the fellas on offense did a great job with the plan. Russell did a great job of carrying it out. We ran the ball for a bunch of yards. We found ways to do that. Keep the ball away from him, not get sacked. I'm just really thrilled about the way that worked. Well, obviously, we won't need another touchdown drive in the second half and to separate this thing because we really felt in control of the game. But without that, I think we had 3 3-and-outs. We just didn't convert on third down to keep the thing moving. But and they had a nice turnover in there, obviously, that changed it. But I just thought that the whole team played together. Michael Dixon had a huge game today. We were playing field position all day long, and he did a great job of keeping them deep, making their offense go the long haul. I really like that football, and you saw it was the same last week. I'm hoping that we can keep carrying it out, keep playing the kind of complementary football that really gives us a chance to be really hard to beat.
John Boyle?
Yeah. Pete, this is another playoff berth for you guys, 9th one. I know you have bigger goals other than just getting to the playoffs, but what does that mean to be back in the postseason?
It's a really big deal. There's a lot of stuff that happened. Getting 10 wins is a marker, and being in the playoffs with games to go, that's a beautiful thing. We're playing for everything, and which is great. Again, next week be another championship game for us, and just what we've been preparing for. But to show, and I made a comment to the guys in the locker room, the guys who came to this program, the young guys have never been in it. They can't appreciate it like the guys who have been around the league but have come to our team to play with us, to play with Russell and Bobby and KJ and Dwayne and all those guys, and try to be part of something that is different than what they've been having. And I'm really, really happy about being able to share that with these guys. And so it's a big day. It's a big accomplishment.
Along those lines, you've talked to Jamal at all about that? This will be his first postseason.
No, I have not talked to him specifically about that. No, and there's a number of guys in there that this is why they're here. Carlos is here like that for that, and Carlos Dunlap, and anyway. So there's a lot of good stuff going around right now.
Corbin Smith.
Hey, Pete, DJ Reed continues to bring great energy and make big plays for you guys in the secondary each week. Even with Quentin and maybe Trey coming back soon, do you now see maybe a little bit of a cornerback controversy brewing here the last few games of the season?
No, I don't see it as a controversy, but whether it's with the running backs and going with the hot hand or with cornerbacks, he's playing good football, and I like all of the activity and the consistency that he's shown, and he's tackling really well. He's just a playmaker, so he has the lead to hold that spot for at least going into this week. We should get Trey back this week. Quentin Quentin practiced all last week. He should be in better shape for this week. We'll see how that all works out. We're getting stronger.
Matt Calkins.
Pete, I know you take pride in consistency, not just being able to do it once, but to do it over and over again. So to make the playoffs 8 times in 9 years, how proud are you of that? And is there anything that you attribute that to specifically?
Well, I am really proud of that. That's what we're here to do. Just keep on winning and give ourselves a chance to win championships. And so we got a shot. I attribute to the consistency of our leadership. Bobby and Russell, KJ, Dwayne, those guys have just been there, and they've been through it. And all the stuff that I say to these guys is only as meaningful as they make it, and they continue to support the message and keep us on track and be beacons for how we do things and why we do what we do and the way we look at stuff, and we're a little different, and we got a different way of dealing with things, and without their help and their support, the message wouldn't be as strong. So it is a strong message, and these guys know it, and they've come here to accomplish something, and they're doing it. I love this team. I've been telling you guys that since way back when we first assembled, just the makeup of them, the mentality and all that, and it's really guided by Russell and Bobby and the guys.
Thank you.
Michael Sean Dugar.
Hey, Pete, why do you think you guys haven't been as sharp as you'd like to be on third down offensively?
I don't know. We're not hitting it as good as we like to. We're trying really hard. We're trying really hard. I don't know what the numbers were today, but we're trying really hard to convert every one of them, and we got to keep working at it. It would make the game so much easier.
You said Russ and Shotty.
Five of 12.
Yeah, five of 12. You said Russ and Shotty did a good job carrying out the plan. What exactly did you like specifically about how they carried out the plan today?
The rhythm of getting the football. This is a tremendous pass rush team. They've got 4 number ones or whatever, up there hauling ass at you, and they didn't get Russ. He that was awesome. That's how they have won games. By like we did at the end of that game, this game today. You saw our pass rush today. That was big time. Well, that's how they've been playing, and that's why they've won 4 or 5 in a row, whatever the heck it is, and it's why they're leading their division and all. And we didn't let them have it today. They did not have the pass rush day that they've been having, and that's a tribute to the guys up front. It's a tribute to the plan, and then Russell carrying it out, but getting the ball out of his hands all day long.
Thanks.
Curtis Crabtree.
Yeah, Pete, going back to DJ Reed, when you guys pick him up, he's got a pectoral injury. I don't know if you guys knew at the time that he'd even be able to get up and play for you. To have the impact that he's had through half the season, jumping in midway through this, how big of a pickup has he been for your defense, given all the injuries?
This is John Snyder working his magic. I can't tell you enough. John has done this so many times. He realized that there was going to be a big loop in there where we weren't going to have him available. We could take him off. He's a really good player. We could take him off their roster and put him on our roster and just wait it out with the thought that if we needed him down the stretch, he would be available as a nickel and potentially other places. We really didn't think of him as being a starting corner when we brought him in. We thought he would be a great nickel. He played terrific at the nickel spot, and so we have that in him as well. But I just think this is John just projecting, and looking towards the future, instead of, I need a guy right now, and I can't bet on a guy who's going to have to sit for 2 months. And it was, he's just done it again. And I think this team and how we put it together, John deserves so much credit because I just think he's just had great vision for all of this.
Bob Condotta.
Yeah, Pete, what did you think of the running game and how it worked, and then getting Rashad back in there a little bit and sort of the decision to make him active for this game and everything?
I thought the consistency of all of our guys, they all had 50, 60 yards in there. Russ had a big play in there that pumps up the yards. But I think the running game is really alive for us, and I think when you play us, you got to get ready. For Rashad to get a couple carries, that's all we hope to get. 4 or 5 carries if we could, just to break him back in. This is a long recovery and return. We just wanted to get him out there, and so he did it. He's played in the game, and now next week we'll be able to do more with him and use him more. So that's worked out perfectly well for us today.
Greg Bell.
Hi, Pete. This is 2 games now. Dunlop's saved at the end with a sack. Is this beyond what maybe you expected when you got him, or how revitalizing is he?
I go back. You guys always want to know that we knew this was going to happen. But this is the hopes. That he would come in here and be a factor, and he certainly has. He didn't have a great game early on. He was just getting out there. He had some mistakes and stuff like that. But I thought Clint did a great job challenging him on the sidelines to go ahead and bring it and when we needed him most, he really came through in a big way. I haven't seen the sack that he got. I don't know what it looked like, but guys were raving about it. But he's a powerful man, and his factor helps the other guys. And that's one of those cases where a good player helps other guys play better. He's a real good factor for us. I thought Alton Robinson's rush was just a perfect rush today on the sack that he had, the forced fumble we didn't get. That's how we see him. We're hoping he can do that more and add to it. So it's a good day.
And L.J. Collier, he's been frustrated by how his career has started, but to come up in a big position like that for him, what can I do for him?
Yeah, he continues to just be really steady and a factor. He's playing really hard. He's got great energy and adds a bunch to our style of play. He's got some, he's got stuff to him. He's got real good reach and some real slippery ways of rushing the passer. I think he's just coming on. I think I really look at this as like his rookie year. I know it isn't, but this is the first year he really had a chance to really go for it, and he's having a terrific season for us.
Joe Fan.
Pete, how do you balance, tipping your cap to a good defense and then maybe potentially having some concern when your offense kind of sputters in the fourth quarter or just
now,
39?
You guys do that. You go ahead and be concerned. I ain't concerned at all. We did exactly what we wanted to do. We just didn't want them to be a factor in this game and to give up some yards and the stats and all that stuff. I ain't worried about that at all. I thought, I don't know what Russ's numbers were. Was he 20? 18 for 27. That's another Bart Starr type of game, and playing football with our whole team, that worked out great today. it'll be different next